to Flat Earth Early Bird number 2411. I'm your host Arwin, and before we start the show, please don't forget to share it on any platform you deem fit, and if you haven't already, follow me here on Rumble and be here when I'm going live, which is normally 2 p.m. Amsterdam time every day. And please also do support me through the PayPal, Patreon, Gifts and Go. Links are in the description box below, or send me super chat over to Rumble live chat when the show is live, or subscribe to my channel. Support me that way. Any support would be greatly appreciated. You can really use it.
Dr. MTT7 says,
right.
What the f?
Weather today, I was gonna say there was a blue sky. And then they trailed the shit out of the place. It was like total checkerboards up there. Like really extreme. You can still see some blue sky over there and remainder of those lines, but yeah, they trailed the shit out of that nice blue sky, and then this moved in. I don't know. Are those clouds formed by those trails? Maybe. It's kind of weird.
PT7000
yeah.
says, check toast first.
There's a lot of wind. And warm it is not. And it was also kind of cold at night. I'm just gonna turn the heater on here. Yeah. Right, so it is Thursday, the 25th of September 2025. Temperature 16 degrees Celsius with 53% humidity, 19 kilometers an hour wind, and 15% precipitation. Right. Huh, and it's 9 at night, so I guess it's not that cold, but I mean, I don't like it. It is cold to me now. It's just, I'm not used to winter temperatures yet.
Says, what the
My
fuck
body's
is
still
this
like,
game?
hey, where's the heat from the summer? So, that's gonna take a while. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's gonna get much better. Maybe some days will be more sunny. Maybe they're not gonna trail the shit out of it, the place. And then, yeah, it will be a bit more sunny. Right. Anyway, I was actually watching this video that Gaining Wisdom posted yesterday. It is pretty interesting. This guy doing an item about fascism. DW Truth Warrior? I don't know, it's something Gaining Wisdom watches that, I guess. He does a pretty good explanation. It's basically that fascism and communism are pretty much the same, which, I mean, I've known that for a long time. They're both wings of the same bird. I mean, it's feels like a trope saying that. It's so duh to me, because I knew that like 20 years ago. I figured that one out a long time ago. Thank God that I was early with that. Right. But yeah, some G. Edward Griffin in here. And like, yeah, they explain it very succinctly, so that's good. It's a useful video. Appreciate Gaining Wisdom posting that. I'll post it in the Rumble link so you can watch it there too. If you wanted to. I mean, it is a 2-hour video.
Daughter MTT7 says you for getting shid.
Yeah. Right. Still, and I don't know if they've gotten to it. Strategies. I think that fascists typically have a different style of strategy, where they would prefer to go into like a military martial law scenario. Their branch, their set of choices that they'll make strategically. Because it also fits their ideological purposes, right? And communism doesn't necessarily do that. Communism is more about besieging the public and bureaucratic bog down. And inflation and just causing dilapidation. Like, that is more the communist tactic. Communist bureaucracy. So there are some differences. That's kind of like how I see it. Right. But it was interesting thus far. Oh, I might want to talk about it. About these crazy ideologies out there. I mean, Marxism, which is, by the way, at the root of both of them, communism and fascism, it is quite abundant out there, unfortunately. To me, like, Marxism is just Satanism, really. Like, neither side appreciates Christianity. So yeah, that should be just obvious. Right? Communism will accept religion if they corrupt to them, and fascism will work with religion if the religious group just politically agrees with whatever they do. It's just like, no, you just have to politically side with us and agree when we're doing like votes and shit, just to give them power. Like, that's what they want out of groups. That's how it works. That's what they end up typically doing differently, right? So there are differences. They are really like a left wing and a right wing of the same bird, and they behave differently. They choose different styles. Different means to roughly the same end. Because they're both power cults. It's all about just having power and gaining more power, more control. Ugh. I, 'cause, I, 'cause, 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 I might just as well put it in the title. Who knows? Maybe somebody will want to talk about it. Why not? It's not like I got anything bad. Yeah, well, it's a decent title at least. I like titles where when you read it, you basically get the point and you wouldn't necessarily even need to watch the show. Right? Can spare you all that, sitting through it. I don't need to be so negative. I'm a little demoralized though. I mean, the frickin' food bank rejected my request. They basically didn't admit me, which is like, I'm totally shocked over that. I genuinely am. It's like, kind of baffled. What? Are you serious? Right, but yeah. I mean, I did survive the month, but not without help. So, right, my short-term issue is just I just don't want to get into even more debt. I'm trying to get financially stable, and guess I have to keep dancing on this edge of this razor. It's not that bad. Edge of a sword, not super so sharp. So I'll make it. Pray to God. And yeah, it seems that more than ever prescient. God, Nicholas Fuentes says that word a lot. But it seems urgent that, like, I do indeed go and get that job. Because looks like all other directions have been pretty much cut off. So yeah, enjoy the shows while they last. I'll try to be as inspired as I can. But yeah, I mean, it is kind of just a cloud looming over. Literally and metaphorically, there are clouds hovering over. Not in a room, but outside. Owen Benjamin yesterday like totally blew my mind. Apparently the people's figured out that there's a movie called Snake Eyes out there from 98 or something, from the 90s, like in which literally like a prominent figure that basically is called Charlie Kirk gets assassinated. It's like, what the fuck? And like with dates, like exact matching dates and shit. It's like, what the hell? Really bizarre. Like uncanny, surreal. So yeah, that's gonna echo forth. Almost forgot about that. Yeah, thanks for bringing that up, LSG, and posting that in the early bird Discord chat. 9098 movie. I downloaded it. I haven't actually watched it yet, but I mean, that just seeing that. Whoa.
GT7000 says get loot.
I should probably also add that to the title. Thanks for reminding me. Let's see. Yeah, I actually forgot to mention about that here in the chat. I just DM'd Bear Pelagic Bear about it. So that's in the title too. Thank you for that. It's like, yeah, what do you do with that? Except, oh, it's all been fake, it's all a conspiracy, and I mean, they're making it really hard to stay tapped in with this thing. It's like one way or another. It has to be a psychological operation now. Like, there's no way you can get out of that at this point. It's just to what end? It doesn't even reveal like whether it's fake or real, but it is a psychological operation. Like, this is just a blatant evidence of that. Anybody. It's like too weird. Right, but it doesn't reveal like, was it all a stage setup? It's not real and blood packets, and I don't even want to go with that really, like, because it's like, where do you want to go? Because you don't really know with absolute certainty, if you're gonna be honest. Oh, I choose to think that it was a real assassination, but I mean the whole circumstances and everything, and that it's such a political person, so deeply embedded in that whole media spectacle. That's the thing that makes it super suspect. Because it's like the world stage theater more than it really is reality. Like physical common reality as we experience it in our daily lives. Right. But I don't want to just be the guy that's going to be like, oh no, he's on David Bowie Island. I don't want to go be like a total nutty conspiracy theorist again. I don't want to go through like a 9/11 level psychological struggle. Because now it's like 9/11, like, oh yeah, sure. But I mean, back then, 20 years ago, bringing that shit up would like cause major backlash, like a lot of aggression, and it's like this story is just it's catchy, and it's like it draws empathy, and like I don't want to just like start stomping on that. So like even if it's fake, it's real. Like people are hurt by this, and it is also a symbol of like, hey, the West is getting attacked, which is that's like part of the martyr effect of it too. So even if it were just like a complete prop stage shit, like it doesn't matter, because it's necessary, whether it's real or fake. Like we need to snap out of it. All like the whole world, snap out of the pacifism, and not necessarily pacifism, but out of the not responding. Like out of endurance tolerance mode and actually push back. Like that, not necessarily fight back, but push back, and that is in a sense what he is a martyr for, because he's like the really nice talking guy who's extremely tolerant, way more tolerant than I am, and just does everything with dialogue, like never any signs of aggression or hostility. Brilliant, like remarkable. And then when that dies, or is killed off allegedly, then yeah, that creates, that's like a sign, like, hey, just doing it like that is not sufficient. You'll get shot by a political enemy. Right? So yeah, it's really just, it's all happening, and it's bizarre to like look at the whole thing and realize like this is a psychological operation, but it's like in the context of everything that's transpiring, it's like they probably needed it to shake everybody out of it, out of being tolerant and just letting the globalist, Marxist infiltration and invasion of the West continue, not pose more resistance. I mean, there is resistance, political resistance, but commissars, especially in Europe, they figured ways to just sneak things through, and then like the people then judicially, like according to the contracts, like they can't do anything anymore about it. They can't change anything. They basically lose their voting power. So they're like bureaucratically stealing the people's powers and rights. That people just auto-acquiesce to everything even though they're not. It's hijacking the power, which is very communist strategy. That's what they always end up doing. And people's tactics on average in the West are to passively try to resist. But damage is getting done, and people are getting like attacked in the streets, and like the whole crazy hostile immigration situation, how that works. Commissars keep moving them in, and like people are like, no, don't, but they do it anyway, and it just gets worse. women and children are getting raped and shit and harassed on the street. And yeah, Charlie Kirk is like an attempt. Like on the big play, so it's not like accusing anybody specifically. But on the play, on the stage, it's like they were waiting for something like that to happen. To really use as like a starting sign, as a martyr. To snap everybody out of it. And like we have to resist all this shit. And be less tolerant, because tolerance is just not yielding, it's not giving us progress. It's just getting gradually the ground around our feet is just being cut off more and more. We lose maneuvering room over time. We don't. The ground around our feet is just being cut off more and more. We lose maneuvering room over time. We don't gain it. So it's not a feasible long-term tactic to remain passive, even though on a personal level it is functional in a crazy world like this to be able to endure how crazy it is and still kind of keep functioning, right? So because that's why people do that. The world has become really abundantly crazy. And you just have to be tolerant of everything just to be able to get through it all. Not lose your mind and then lose everything. For a lot of people, at least. That's part of the strategy too. It's the social engineering influence. They took Charlie Kirk out back like the other. Okay, that's one way of looking at it. But it's just crazy. You know what it just, all of it reminds me in a way of? Like the communists are desperate to just have an enemy. And us being so nice and tolerant, attempting to just like point out, no, you're just mistaken and this is not the way and it's not, see, it doesn't work out, and it actually frustrates them, and they're trying to just create havoc to make us just like oppose them, so that we'll like basically pick up arms and actually like really go against, like they're desperate for an enemy to like justify their endless hostility and their projection of like, oh, you're the fascist, racist, and you were always just like a Nazi, lying about everything just to get to power. Like that's what they assume, and it's pure projection, because that's exactly what they do. But they created a virtual enemy, and they want this virtual enemy to be, they want the prophecy they created to be fulfilled. They want us to become that thing that they supposedly always warned everybody about. So then, that they have a fulfillment of their own self-fulfilling prophecy is really kind of magically, spiritually magic, like their own mental gymnastics. I think it also has something to do with that. Like they just like, could you please just become that enemy that we always fantasized about, please? Really? They want it. They're so desperate to finally go at that enemy. to justify their entire position all this time, to justify their struggle. It's like very Hitler-esque, really. Never-ending war requires, like, that's a never-ending struggle, and then there's a goal, and you don't make it very far if you don't have any enemies, or rather enemies that oppose you, that, like, you could just target a group supposedly and then scapegoat them and screw them over and ruin them. But nothing is like an actual group that's out there that's like, yeah, we're gonna get you. We're gonna get you by any means necessary, like what the Nazis would do. Way back. I mean, nobody alive now has actually experienced that. But the old soldiers, maybe some old Soviet soldiers might have memories of that. Terrible memories, probably. But the SJWs, the Antifa, they're like desperate for an actual enemy to justify everything that they've done. Because they don't want to get to that point where they risk getting that moment, are we the baddies? Because they are. But if they have a genuine enemy that's like almost on their level going after them, then it's not so bad to them. It eases their burden of their crazy directive. Right, because also internally, like, you have different ways of upholding yourself, and if you're in threat or at risk of death or somebody's attacking your family, you go apeshit potentially. Like, that's in the spectrum of what you can do. But that only works when it's actually a genuine threat. If you do it just randomly, it's extremely demoralizing. It's like it defies a god, it breaks the spirit, it will destroy everything. But if it's justified, then everybody kind of expects that. Like, yeah, of course, there was a genuine threat. But the SJWs, they do not have a genuine threat, but they conjured it for themselves and appointed a target group to scapegoat and demonize. And it's wearing off, like, it's just noticeable to them that it's a lie. But if then actual white males that are nationalist oriented and proud and right wing or whatever, they actually stand up and like really get more aggressive back, like, oh, we gotta kind of like have our own Antifa that goes against the communist Antifa. Like, that would be like their dream. Now, because now they have an actual opponent then, if that would happen. It would relieve their burden of their delusion. Because the thing that they kept projecting would now suddenly become manifested. Like, they always did it for a reason. Because there was going to be that enemy, and now it's there. And now, oh, see, I did the right thing. They can feel I did the right thing after all then. They need that enemy to avoid that "are we the baddies" realization moment. And that's why things are getting more aggressive. Why they're getting more brutal and like, oh, I'll kill them all in the streets, and oh, just complete psychotic brown shirt behavior. Total dehumanization of their virtual opponent, even when they're not really resisting. Because they want them to resist. They want them to actually like become their enemy and maybe even gather so they can justify everything they've done. That's what I think. I mean, yeah, Antifa, all that shit. They are frickin' Nazis. They're double-think Nazis that are basically or they're like anarchist Marxists. Maybe in a way they are a third party. Because they're not literally militant or nationally organized. Yeah. But what should really stand out with all the Antifa people is that they really seem like Nazis, because in the end, like they are like the brown shirts. The communists and the Nazis are not different. They aren't different on a political activism level. They use the same systems. They're both Marxist. So to me, like, Antifa was always like, these are the frickin' brown shirts, man. They are actually Nazis. Except they're going at what they call Nazis, and it has a racist trait to it. White male. Right, instead of like, well, what the Jews or the Gypsies or the handicapped, which the brown shirts targeted. In Nazi Germany, that's the difference. A different target group. That's just exactly the same type of things. So they are the Nazis. They are just very recognizable like Nazis. You could call Antifa just like Nazis in denial. It's all very weird. And again, for me, like, I really got to also like look a bit more inside their world, inside of what they think about, what they like, because I was in the Gothic scene, and like a lot of there was like Antifa people sort of amidst that. It wasn't super dominant, but they like held up camp. Oh, keep me in your fear. And at an earlier stage, I actually thought that I was kind of like seduced, like maybe I want to join that because they are like, they're more active, they're more pushy in ways, and that in a way that part I could respect, but it's just that what are they eventually actually doing? And it's like, this is literally like burdening people that we all depend on for our own damn survival. It's insane. Like, they're not societally effective. They're a burden. They make things harder for people. They don't actually help anything. Behaving mostly like hooligans and being like politically motivated hooligans, and like that's I could not, once I figured it out, which was relatively quick, I'm like, this is all wrong. This is a nightmare. I'm not gonna do that. Like, I liked at the time like being part of protests, but not like, I despise a lot. I despise vandalism. Like, that infuriates me. And of course, like, violence against the innocent also. But vandalism too, it's like people that just do that, like I get really sick. It's like, to me, it's like they just allow a demon to come out, and it's like, it's destructive, and literally right? A lot of people see people do vandalism, and then they're like, oh, that's so stupid, that's so wrong. For me, it's like, I want to take them down. I want them to stop doing the damage. I want to prevent the damage that they intend to do. Like, I don't know, maybe at some point in my life, or in a previous life, might have been like a cop or something. Because it's just like, I see somebody do vandalism, I just want to go at them and just like restrain them. Like, stop that. That's what my instincts tell me. I'm not like, oh, that's so wrong and you shouldn't do that, and just not do anything. Like, I can't, I get that, but like, gotta stop them from doing it. It's like, vandalism is like really bad. Because it's not just destruction and it costs money, it's really demoralizing. And then you have a destroyed thing somewhere, and it's like a scar on the place that resonates off it. Everybody gets confronted with it, with the damage, and it's demoralizing. Vandalism is like underestimated how negative its impact is. It's more serious than people take for granted. Right? With just a group of vandals can make a really beautiful place that it's like very welcoming and healing. It can like completely, totally make it unrecognizable overnight. And that energy is just lost until it's all fixed, if it even gets all fixed. It's just a terrible influence. Right, I mean, if a person gets hurt, a fight, and somebody gets wounded, yeah, that's terrible, but it doesn't necessarily like ruin the environment, like ruin that place. Vandalism like ruins the place, and then there's like a scar, and it remains there, and everybody that walks through that will feel it. Because they can see the scars of the vandalism. Right, anyway. I hate it. I hate vandalism a lot. And I really had like a paradigm when I was much younger. Like 8 and shit. Because I really like fireworks, and like a lot of typical activity with fireworks is like trying to blow shit up with fireworks, which really bordered on vandalism. And that became an issue, because it's like, I really love doing this shit, but I mean, especially if you do it in a group, people will just start blowing up shit that really becomes vandalism. And like, you shouldn't do that. But on the other hand, oh, it's exciting, and that's where I really just started to realize, like, I can't really do it, like I can't be a naughty kid with fireworks anymore. It's just gonna sneakily blow things up because it's evil. You just can't be like a little devil with like explosives and just blow shit up for the fun of it. Like, you can't do that anymore. Like, that dawned on me pretty young. And after that point, it was like, okay, just blow shit up, sure, but only shit that's like not. Don't make it vandalism. Like, a funny way to like blow shit up is like after New Year's Eve, going around and just having like old mortar pots that have already been fired, and you just like throw crackers inside of those and shit and blow that up. Like, yeah, that's harmless. So that's then what I would end up doing instead. Right. But yeah, I mean, I guess I learned that young and had a feeling that basically like this is wrong, I have to stop this. There will probably be tons of people around, even in the Netherlands, that just did not have that impulse, that are like, but I don't care. I like this. I don't care if it's demoralizing, it's too funny. And I don't know, maybe those people are actually like, some of them are in Antifa, because that's their attitude too. Like, yeah, we don't care. We're gonna go all the way, we're not gonna restrain ourselves. We're gonna be shameless about it. And it's just something I could never be a part of that. It feels like a complete mismanagement of like natural powers and responsibility for internal systems and their defensive mechanisms. It's just an abuse of that in favor of some ideological power to form a power block that basically shouldn't be. Anyway, hope everybody's appreciating the show. I'm at least a little inspired today. That's good. Don't forget to Rogan's it up. What? LSG posts another video. I can't check that out right now. Tolkien's solve for gaslighting and manipulation. Huh. Does make me curious to see what that is about. Alright, I hope everybody's enjoying the show. Ah, I got 2 Rogans up, that's nice. Right, talking about politics with Trumpy-dumpy-dum. Oh, everybody's on edge. Because he tried to sell the Ukraine war again all of a sudden. Flip-flopping again. Like, oh, we're gonna support him, oh, he's so brave. And like, what the fuck, dude? And like, that's really alarming to people because Trump is just basically, at this point, what it looks like is like he's enabling World War. Potentially nuclear, as they say. But is any of that even real, or is he just gonna roll it back again? Maybe it's just like, keep flip-flopping until everybody just gets tired out. Maybe he's just trying to flip-flop so much that people will literally just get knackered from it, and then is gonna pacify everything that way. By just flip-flopping us to exhaustion. Ever considered that? Maybe Trump is having a tactic. He's like flip-flopping everybody to exhaustion. It might actually be a tactic. I mean, I certainly find it exhausting. Don't you? Maybe it is intended to be exhausting. Like he's juggling with the nuclear football kind of thing. And it's like, what are you doing? Like, yeah, maybe he's just making everybody freak out until everybody just gets totally toasty from it. And just gets knackered. Trump might be stressing everybody out to pacify them. It's serious. It sounds crazy because, I mean, it is crazy if that is the intended goal. But for whatever reason he's doing it, it might work. Right? If everybody's like at the precipice, if you're at the precipice of a giant world war building up and rolling out, then stressing everybody out to exhaustion might actually be a tactic to basically prevent that clash from really getting momentum. Right? Just exhaust everybody, the all hell. Maybe that's why it's doing it. Maybe it's like his way to act. It sounds so crazy, right? It's almost like the Merry and Pippin at at Treebeard's saying like, oh, I have to go past him because that he won't expect it. We have to move past him to get away from him because he won't expect it. Like, oh, that makes sense. That doesn't make a lot of sense, but you are really small. It's like seeming to create or agitate a World War III scenario to prevent it from happening. I mean, yeah, this sounds completely crazy, but it might be it. Might be. I mean, why else? What the hell would he be doing that? I'm mostly like, I'm really worried about the whole Europe situation. Like, we're not doing good, technically. The EU is not doing good. Our leadership is nuts. They're evil, they're Marxist, delusional. It's all wrong, and they're now seeking. They're going that final way. They seek. Oh, they insist we have to go after Russia. You don't have anything. You don't have any money. Not really. Country's barely stable. Your tactics are making things worse, and now you want to destroy Russia. It's like that. It doesn't work that way at all. Yeah, just those tactics make no sense. And I'm just like, Russia is sick of this, and they're being extremely patient. But I don't know like what they're actually gonna do. I don't think they like are gonna like try to like blow up all of Europe. right? Think there's no point to that. I think they are on top of the tactical situation. And yeah, as I said even years ago, even from my visions, like I know it's not I insist or I believe. No, I know Russia wins it. I know it. Like it's 100% certainty. Because I've seen it. And that's a part of the vision that's not like a simulation. Like that was like part of a bigger message. I saw the end result at the beginning. It's how it happens. Like this is happening, this is how it ends. With full spectrum view. Interdimensionally. It was shown to me. I know how it, like, there might be like Cassandra complex issues with a lot of my visions, but that is like, it doesn't matter because I'm like, it's just like I can just say it and it won't change a thing. Like that outcome is just set and I know it is. And I knew it back then. Because I remembered it. I remember having seen it, and I remember realizing when I did see it in my vision, like, this is absolute. 100% certainty. No matter what happens. Yeah, fuck off. Trolls, fuck off. I'm not gonna play your fucking games. Alright, anyway, I hope everybody's enjoying the show. It's kind of political today. But I like this. It's a good conversation, I think. It's a good subject to think about. Hey, dirty ketchup. Bunch of triggered freaks. I bet a lot of these trolls are just freaking Antifa retards. I feel like it. But worse, not really. It's like a wannabe Antifa. Like it's the basement dweller faction. Right. Weather is. That cloud moved away, I guess, but now the chemtrails are revealed again. It's all over there. Guess the wind didn't really disperse them too much. They just keep going and going. I don't know. It seems like a very heavy trail day. What the fuck? Okay. Looks like the fuckwit trolls are, I don't know, bored again. Don't know why they're now suddenly returning. It was all nice and quiet. I liked it.
GT7000 says you
I
glide
liked it
after
that you
jump.
fucked off. Because you're a fucking waste of my time. Every time you start to mingle with me, you just lower the frequency, you disrupt my ability to do what I do. Just by being you and getting in my way and just exposing me to your nonsense. And I don't need it. I need you to fuck off. Leave me alone. I'm not interested
GT7000
in the
says
bullshit that you guys seem to be so obsessed about. Yeehaw. Okay, well, you can fuck off too then. Bye. Yeah. Can be these fucking retards doubling down on Russia bad, Russia the enemy. You're gonna lose. It's just the way it is. You don't have the high ground power. I don't think you guys ever will. Alright. What are you up to, by the way, Dirty Ketchup? Hope you're having a good day. Alright, if anybody wants to jump on the panel in Discord and, I don't know, talk about this stuff that I'm talking about, maybe share their views. Maybe they have an extra insight that they feel I left out. The farcical. Far side? Okay. Hello. Putin would beat Steven Seagal. Yeah. I mean, Steven Seagal is not exactly in peak condition anymore. Hip hop band from the night. I don't know what you're talking. The Far Side is a hip hop band. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not familiar with those at all. It's not exactly a big fan of it.
DT7000 says, test your levels.
The hit is a classic. Okay. Maybe. Okay, this is getting a bit annoying. Yes. That's better. Door moving around all the time. Look like a goth guy. Yeah, but I wasn't really into goth stuff until after 2000s. I got into it like late, say like after 99, after I was 19. So I got into it kind of late. Before that I don't know, I was like in my teens I was mostly like really into like the Prodigy. like that sort of music, and into Goa and psytrance. And music like left field and all that. I can't really pinpoint like what it was, but yeah, those are the directions. And it's really late that I got, yeah, like the whole gothic music revolution started to boot up, and you get to see it on music videos, and then I like really got into it after 19. That's like when I decided to plunge into it and go out there and go to like concerts, and then later like parties. Or am I a fire starter? Well, yeah, back then I associated with like, that's like my side that's like into fireworks and shit. Like now I listen back to that and I'm like, I don't approve. It's like, I guess I just kind of like lost that anarchist vibe completely. But I mean, for me it was like really the other cities before that, before Fat of the Land, which Firestarter is a part of. I really liked the style they had before that. It was more free-minded, more spiritual, neutral. And not so, ooh, we're like anarchists. Because that's really like the vibe that they had it for after Fat of the Land. Great tune. Yeah, no, they were very hypnotic. Very broody and hypnotic. I did like it at the time. It's just now not really. But I mean, I still have like the CDs, but I don't listen to that music anymore. It's not my thing. Not anymore. And if I would listen back, I'd rather listen to like the Jilted Generation CD. Okay, dirty ketchup. Why? Invaders must die? What are you talking about? That's not a Prodigy album. I've never heard of that. Maybe it's like one of the later things. I mean, after the Fat of the Line, I stopped paying attention entirely. Everything that came after that is just not interesting anymore. Soundtrack to life. It's timeless. Sure, it's timeless, but I mean, the spirit, though, moves on. Music is all about resonating with a phase you're in your life, and you go through many phases where certain things appeal to you because that's like what you want to deal with, that's what you want to work on, that's what's calling you. And eventually it matures, it saturates, and then you're like, okay, I get this now. I'm kind of done with it. And that's how it works. And in really the most ways, like all that gothic music, I'm really kind of done with it. I have memories of it fondly. I appreciated like aesthetic traits and sorts. Like I learned a lot of style things, and just it really made me appreciate classical music more than it did before that. But I just don't really like to listen to that music anymore. Yeah. It's just in my past. What was that? 2009? Yeah, definitely don't know about that. Never heard of that. Never seen that. I mean, in that time I was way more like in Mind in a Box. I went more towards the gothic wave style. And like more and more away from metal. Metal for me was really like 1999 to 2009. That's when I was really into metal and black metal and all that. Very dark, very grunty. And then after that, it's like, no, I'm gonna go back to electronics. It really started to become extremely awesome. Great soundscapes, better quality than the 90s. And it's like, I basically went to that. I was really into Mind in a Box for a long period of time. Music from your childhood is still great. Yeah, well, in my childhood, being very young, I was listening to very different music. More pop music, or I was like really into Kate Bush and the Police. And a little bit of Beach Boys. Like that's more the type of music that I was into when I was really young. There was no electronics, no real worthy electronic music back then. It was all just silly synthesizer sound effects, and that's it.
Says,
and then in the 90s, when I became a teen, that's when electronic music became more interesting, like the Prodigy. Primus? I've heard of Primus, but I don't know about it. Dude, fuck you. Get a fucking life, you retard. Stop spamming your shit. I'm not reading it. Nobody gives a shit. Go away. Yeah, I've heard of Primus. I missed out on that, mostly. Alright, I'm gonna take a 2-minute break. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Don't forget to Rogan's it up if you're liking the show. New autos, massive in the 80s, right. Okay, this is getting stupid. Right, so yeah, I guess nobody wants to talk about fascism and communism and the world situation and... Oh, let's just talk about nonsense. Thanks. Thanks a lot, guys. God damn it. Done with that. Jesus. Well, fuck you then, asshole. Wow. You suck. Can't believe it. What, you're gonna have a conversation with me? Then you're gonna say, you suck and you're wasting your time. Fuck you. Yeah, I just don't want to talk about complete horseshit with you. Go somewhere else and go nag somebody with your bullshit. There's plenty of streamers that are gonna be around and just be like, yeah, I'll talk about anything, I don't care. Yeah? Go to them then. Yeah? They like to talk about bullshit with you. I don't. God. No, I'm not gonna do a rage win for you fucking retards. I'm gaining wisdom in the Bladdered Early Bird chat on Discord. Good to see him. Good to see you. It's very welcome. If you want to jump on, I'm up for it. It would be a good thing to be away from. Yeah. The Rumble chat again I banned already like 20 people in there, so it's the fucking trolls. They're apparently back. Great. What a bunch of wankers. Right? I mean, I'm sure I'm up for a conversation with people, but they're not people. They're delusional asshats. And they just make up fake personalities and then engage in bullshit banter. It's all bullshit. They don't have anything to actually talk about. They don't have any higher thoughts at all. They just suck. Everything about them sucks. They keep projecting their bullshit on whoever they harass. They just suck. I thought the subject was pretty good. I think it's interesting to point out how fascism and communism are so incredibly similar and how they're different typically. That indeed are from the same Marxist bird. I mean, that's a good thing to like really understand about it. And then behold the whole Antifa thing, how they literally are like just always projecting everything. They're like a hall of mirrors ideology. They just project everything. they're accusing somebody of doing something, then that's what they're actually doing. And it's pretty upfront once you see it. It's like, yeah, they just always do that same thing. It's a one-trick system. Just project everything. By accusing your opponent, you can confess what it is that you do. That's what they do. Right? I'm talking about Antifa. But might just as well talk about the trolls. These troll assholes are probably like wannabe basement dweller Antifa people that are just like LARPing it. It's just even more pathetic. Right. Let's see if Gaining Wisdom wants to get on. He is there. Otherwise, I'm probably going to round out the show. Hope everybody's appreciated it. I mean, not the trolls, but fuck them. Hope everybody else that actually watches my show appreciated it. Thanks for the Rogans up. Right, so I guess not. Okay, I'm gonna round out the show. Thanks everyone for coming. Hope you liked this show. I hope to have a more in-depth conversation about subjects, but I guess nobody's in the mood. If you like the show, please don't forget to Rogan's it up, and if you haven't already, follow me here on Rumble and be here when I'm going live, which is normally 2 PM Amsterdam time every day. And please also do support me through the PayPal, Patreon, Gifts and Go. Links are in the description box below, or send me super chat over at the Rumble live chat when the show is live, or subscribe to my channel. Support me that way. Any support would be greatly appreciated. Could really use it. So yeah, I'm not getting access to the food bank apparently. So yeah, I mean, I guess I really, for now, do not have a choice but to try to get by on support and e-bagging just so that I can eat every month. So yeah, any support would be greatly appreciated. Right. I will probably be back tomorrow with Flat Earth Early Bird number 2412 on a Friday. Hope to see some actual people and not just fucking troll wankers over at Rumble chat. That would be great. And if not, it'll just be a short show because, like, if literally only trolls show up, it's just gonna make my shows very short, and that's it. Right, so yeah, everybody have a great rest of this Thursday. Hope to see you tomorrow, and until the next video, keep it flat.
Alright.